I know I'm supposed to be standing and dressed professionally for this video, but in order to get the actual message across that I want to, I'm in my infusion center, and this is my reality with Fabry disease. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the disease and what it does. I'm also going to tell you about my experience. 2 months ago, I was on my bathroom floor, water was rushing around me, all I could taste was blood in my mouth, and I had ringing in my ears. My wife was calling me from the bedroom trying to figure out what had gone on because there was a loud crash in the bathroom. What had happened is I had actually lost consciousness and fallen face first into the toilet, breaking the tank. So I was bleeding from the face, there was water everywhere, and it was the beginning of this journey. I was in the hospital for a few days. My blood pressure peaked to around 300 over 200 for a few days. They couldn't figure out how to bring it down, so they put me on several medications, and I just offhand told them that my mom had Fabry's disease. Fabry's disease is a lysosomal storage disorder. Basically, my body doesn't make an enzyme that's necessary, and it causes a fatty deposit to build up inside the cells of my nerves, small vessels, and organs. It's really rare, but it does pass genetically. So my mother passed it to me. It was a 50-50 chance. It's an X-linked chromosome disorder. It also means that I had a 100% chance of passing it to my female descendants, so my daughter does have this disease. There's two types. There's early onset, which is for whenever it appears in children. It shows up as gastrointestinal disorders, it shows up as pain in the extremities, heat intolerance. They can have a lack of sweating. There's just several different things that can run under it. They classify my type typically as a late onset, although I did have a lot of the early onset issues whenever I was a child. But for late onset, it's typically organ involvement, and it typically only shows up because the organs begin to fail. In my case, my heart's beginning to short out. Structurally, there's nothing wrong with my heart, but now the electrical signals don't go correctly. In my mother, it actually has destroyed her kidneys. She's in end-stage renal failure and is on the transplant list. So it's a very life-limiting disorder. The thing that I'm having right now, like I said, I'm in the infusion center. This is my prop for this video. I don't have a better way of informing people other than showing what my reality is. I will be getting these infusions every 2 weeks for the rest of my life. They typically take 4 to 6 hours to complete. And at the end of it, I'm usually left feeling really drained. It takes about a week for me to get fully over it, which has made this class really interesting because we've also moved in this amount of time. I'm looking forward to being able to be healthy again, because before this last episode, I never really realized anything was wrong. In this last episode, I just have not been able to bounce back from. They are currently looking at giving me a pacemaker and defibrillator, because while there's nothing structurally wrong with my heart, I do have electrical issues. A lot of the symptoms that I had as a child are coming back because this infusion of the enzyme is reawakening old issues. So I'm in a lot of pain now. But at the end of it, they said after a few months to a few years, I should start feeling better. I'm looking forward to that. But I would recommend, if you're having unexplained pain and issues with your heart and your kidneys, that you do get it checked out. Fabry disease, while it is very rare, is also very misdiagnosed. So it's something to always look into. And while it's not a fun life, knowing what's wrong is a lot better than just waking up on the bathroom floor for no reason. Thank you.